welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those who need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is at SKiMPod, SKiMPod.
Stays Crunchy.
For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K.
Crunchy.
Hey, feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311.
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
We're available by Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, anywhere fine podcasts are available. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share wherever possible, including on YouTube, where we can now be found at Stays Crunchy. And over on Twitch, where we're still Stays Crunchy and Milk. Our personal Twitters are
Tatum216,
Lunchbox2099,
The Real ODP.
And I'm your host, the Internet's Tayrel713.
Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy.
Hallelujah, kids, hear this. You got to hear this. Flip mode's on point and your shit's a near miss. Splitting the ground, causing earthquakes. My clicks were dick thick like a Mickey D shake. I give a shit. I can give that shit that I know you can't take. Fuck out my way for heaven's sakes. I got my mind on you. What you gonna do? You ain't got a clue. Shoe fly, shoe fly, shoe. Everything's peachy King Nito. Coming fast like Speedo. Mega blast like a torpedo. Deep like Captain Nemo. I brings the primo. My light flow be nitro, large, jumbo. Yo shit be itty bitty micro. In your ass like a vaccine. Form MCs from my hilly hill jeans. I eat MCs with rice and beans, rice and greens. I wreck the whole scene. Serious, true, professional scream. Not gonna lie to you, I've done lyrics from that song before, but that particular verse was on my mind for a while here, and so I thought I'd give you another verse from the same song. My favorite verse from that song is the last verse, which is my man Lord Have Mercy. But that is verse number 2, my man Sirius, who I always thought was Busta Rhymes and hiding out. But then as I listened to it today, because the lyrics on Genius were very wrong, and I'm like, I gotta go ahead and fix that on that site. Anyway, hello, and welcome to it. It's Stays Crunchy and Milk, it's episode 429, and it's just too many requests. I'm joined by my best friends. It's Tatum216.
Pang Pang.
It's Lunchbox2099.
You can call me Mr. Split Ends.
Fair enough, sir. And of course, we're joined by the RV in Puerto Rico. It's my homeboy, the real ODP. What's good, Gabe?
Still coming from the knucklehead state of Florida.
Today was a moving day. I can't believe I got you on the show today.
Well, it was only an hour of moving.
Okay. I was like, God damn, it's a moving day? How you trying to get on this mic?
Well, the drive was only an hour, but it took longer because we had to stop for a long time, and I'm going to tell you guys about that.
Fair enough. There you go. Preview.
A little teaser.
All right.
Get the front of your pants wet.
I like how you went with the Charles Barkley insult. Knuckleheads.
Oh, my dad called me a knucklehead like a ton of times when I was a kid.
Oh,
man,
jerk,
did your
knucklehead?
Did your dad throw a guy through a bar window too?
Possibly, but he never told me that story.
That wouldn't be cute, right, Gabe?
That wouldn't be cute. Yeah. I tell my kids they're cute all the time because I don't want them thinking cute's bad.
Yeah, fair enough. That's growth as a person. So
yeah,
we
gotta
got
break the cycle.
We got a pretty full fucking situation going on today, and my computer just keeps locking up now whenever I'm on this particular application talking. So I can't see. My video's not moving. I'm sure y'all can see me moving, hopefully, but that is what it is. But
I can't now. You guys are freezing up. Everything was fine up until the recording.
I know, which is why I'm like, I'm just blaming me. So. Because I just figure it's on my end, so whatever. I'll figure that out, and we'll work it out. But this week we are testing Oreo. We're remote, so we're doing some news. We'll do some Amateur Asco. We'll talk a little video game. We'll talk a little life. It'll be great, and then we'll send you on your merry way. The show I put up today, including On the Road with the Real ODP, was 2 hours and 55 minutes long. That's too much.
I know. I went into recording the on the road, and I'm like, we got to cut this short. We got to keep this tight. And then we just kept talking and talking.
Why do you think I'm blaming you?
Because I have a complex. We just talked about my dad.
Yo, no, I'm not blaming you for anything. I'm just saying it was a lengthy episode that we posted today. That is it. That is all you take away from that, okay?
I'm blaming Eminem.
Oh my god, I didn't even pull that story.
was a
I was
long
just
talk,
like,
yeah.
Oh hey, look, and it says it's an issue with Gabe's recording.
Instead of my close, it always says that though.
Yeah, it don't like whatever version of Chrome you use.
Oh, I
But-
don't use Chrome. I use Microsoft Edge.
Oh.
What the fuck
you
is
like
that?
edging.
Gabriel,
It's what comes with the computer.
the one thing I've told you is I need you to use Chrome for this particular application.
All right,
You just told me so much about why this show be fucking up every week. I don't want to use Chrome. I love Firefox. I'm forced to use Chrome because this app asks for it.
all right. I'll get Chrome.
I literally only have Chrome on my computer because of this show. I too use Firefox.
Oh my god. Oh, this answers so much, y'all. It answers so much. Gabe really just be like, fucking, I Fair enough. So we're testing cookies.
He likes to go rogue.
I guess so.
And raw.
Oreo dropped 2 new cookies here at the start of the year. One is ultimate chocolate. I'm holding up to the camera that like it could be seen. I don't even know, but because my computer, like I said, is acting a fool. But it's probably Gabriel's fault. This time it is your fault. Ultimate chocolate, which is a triple layer Oreo of various. I guess it has a picture of chocolate cakes. I guess, but that's what they're aiming for. And Toffee Crunch, which the ultimate chocolate says limited edition. The Toffee Crunch flavor does not, and so that makes me think that Toffee Crunch might be just a new flavor on the shelves of Oreo.
My Toffee Crunch came in family size.
Same.
Yes, same.
Yeah. So that having been stated, we gonna hit these motherfuckers hard.
That means pretty soon both of these will be a Big Lots exclusive.
No shit. I guess we start with the limited edition ultimate chocolate flavor.
All right.
Too much chocolate in the pan. Hey.
Yeah, that's an intense chocolate smell.
Smells like Nesquik.
You think Nesquik? I don't know. It smelled like I can't recall which brand of cake, but it do smell like chocolate cake, and that bitch thick with 2 C's. Look at that.
It's kind of sloppy. Mine are anyway.
I mean, there's so much cream in it.
It just sounds dirty.
So much cream in it.
Oh my god.
I know how you kids like them sloppy.
All right. Yeah. Well. So the way I eat the cookies, I explained. I said I for a minute there I said the way we eat the cookies. As it turns out, that was completely wrong. Everybody else will be doing their own goddamn cookie eating thing, but the way I eat the cookie is start with the dry one, take it to the face. That certainly is a cookie.
I mean, yeah.
Nothing about it is like saying, "Woo, this is the greatest."
I can't distinguish between the 3 chocolates.
Same. I'm gonna save this other half a bite. That'll be my Dunkin' bite. But let me do the split one open and just take the cream to the face, which is the next step in my cookie evaluation program.
I do this too. No.
Mind you, your boy had COVID, so maybe my taste ain't all the way up. But it's fine. It really does taste like just your standard chocolate cake frosting. Nothing amazing.
I think these would be good to just have like all the time.
You think the
Like-
flavor-wise that works for like just a normal on-the-shelf Oreo?
Yeah, like they're solid. They're not like anything like amazing, but they're just like a solid chocolate cookie.
Yeah. I'm currently soaking it in milk. I said at some point I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you guys at a specific time, so you get like you know how long I let it soak in milk.
I got vanilla almond milk, so it's gonna be different.
I'm always amazed at like how much oil comes off of shit that you don't think about. Because I pulled out 3 cookies from the bag for this part, set them on this napkin, and they've only been on the napkin for like a minute and a half while like I got set up, and I look down and there's like 3 Oreo sized grease spots on this napkin.
All right, I'm going to dunk this cookie in milk right now and push start on this stopwatch so I can give you a specific time of how long you should be letting your cookie soak in milk. 1, 2, 3, go. Mind you, I do this all by feel. I look at it, I'm like, that feels like it's been in there long enough. Then I'll bite it, and I'll be like, all right, that was enough. All right, I feel like that was enough. That is 15.81 seconds. Let's see how that does. Yeah, that's it. The milk is just enough through that it's a nice soft outside, but still a little bit crisp toward the cream.
Yep.
I usually do it until like the cookie starts to separate from the cream, and then I pull it out.
That's probably what I was doing. I'm probably, the feel I speak of is probably just about that.
Yeah, because like I pinch it on the one end, put it down, and then when it like loosens, it like kind of starts to pull away, and then I pull it out.
It's a fine,
pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fine cookie.
Yeah, like the milk really like I feel like gives it a little something that it more so than when you're eating it dry.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a solid cookie. Like it's not like wowing me in any way. It's just like if you wanted a chocolate Oreo, this would be all right.
It tastes just like Portillo's chocolate cake. I mean, just like it. I know I recognize that smell and flavor because I've had it recently.
Yeah, it does remind me of chocolate cake, so it does what it's advertising what it is.
Yeah. Right on.
Less the pictures tricking me into thinking.
These toffee ones smell funky.
All right, toffee time.
So the next one
They smell like a very loud caramel.
is toffee crunch, toffee flavored cream, artificially flavored with sugar crystals. So they added some bigger sugar crystals in it to give you a bit of a textural, the bite you get if you bit some toffee.
Oh, that's that smells loud. Yep.
It smells like the candle that is in my kids' room right now that they had burning earlier this evening, and I was like, man, that's a whole lot going on there. It is also thick. So wait a minute, let me get the chocolate.
Like honeycomb.
All right, so the one is triple thick, and the other one, and this one is just supposed to be, I guess, standard. But look at that, like that's
a standard American.
That's almost there, right? Ooh, yeah, that is loud. Is an accurate description.
I think it smells louder than it tastes, though.
It don't taste like toffee to me, but it has a nice buttery taste.
Yeah, I wonder if they throwing around toffee in a way that we are not.
Where's my sugar crisp post?
I think they're trying to convince you with the smell.
We gonna do that old razzle dazzle on your ass.
The cream by itself, nothing spectacular. The sugar crystals aren't even that present.
Oh man, the quality control at this place is going downhill. My Oreo cookie's backwards.
Mine was too. I didn't say anything, but mine was too.
Why are you holding that back? You gotta tell Oreo about themselves.
Well, I didn't think it was. I didn't want to hold it against them if I liked the cookie.
Now you got to deduct points for quality control.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. All right, cream by itself. It just fell apart. I thought it was the way I was. Maybe it's the way I stored it.
You know what? The milk does offer a distinctly different taste. Like, way different, in my opinion. Now, again, I had COVID, can't trust my tongue. But,
Buttery.
Yeah, that milk doing something. Remind me of, What's the damn popcorn that used to be, caramel coated? Used to have commercials for it.
Cracker Jack.
Nah, not Cracker Jack. What's the other
Crunchy
one?
Munch.
Crunch and Munch, but also what's the one they sold at Family Dollar?
A Fiddle
Red
Faddle.
can. Fiddle Faddle. Yes, Fiddle Faddle. Yeah,
It does taste like toffee popcorn.
yeah.
It does taste like Crunchy Munch actually, which I'm a big fan of. Like
Yeah, when I first smelled it, I got nuts off of the smell.
No, this was,
Sorry, Ant, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you didn't. I was done because this one is almost savory with the buttery saltiness of it.
Yeah,
The milk really gave me that salt.
yeah, right. Like the
Yeah.
milk really did something to it.
yeah, I agree.
I like when that happens. Milk's favorite cookie and all that good shit. I like when milk actually does something like to really, as opposed to just muting the flavor. It actually does something nice. It's bringing something out in these. I would tell you to eat these with milk because by themselves they were kind of like,
Yeah, it's definitely a full body experience when you do it with the milk. Like these beg for milk because the cream by itself it's not bad. The cookie by itself is not bad, but when you do it all together, it really did bring the room together.
yeah.
I think I cracked some of these in transit.
I mean, but that's what the kids is for. They eat these cookies, y'all.
You guys can make an Oreo sundae.
Yeah, they don't like their cookies broken. Kids are picky over the dumbest things.
We're like, bro, then don't eat it.
It's gonna break apart in your mouth. It's gonna break apart in your stomach.
That's the kind of shit that if we did that at my dad's house, he would have told us if we didn't like broken Oreos, get a job and buy our own.
Well, you see where that leads to. It leads to a Gabriel who's worried he's doing wrong at all times. Don't be that guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. It's more that you need the milk to bring out the toffee.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well. Hey, it's review time, and ultimate chocolate flavored cream, which are limited edition, so you want to get those sooner than later. A fine cookie. They could work with the good people at Portillo's and call that a Portillo's Cake Shake Oreo, and it would not be off. A fine cookie, not an excellent cookie, not one of the best I've had. It could never get anywhere near the top 10, but a good cookie nonetheless.
It's the top 10 of 2022.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah,
I think it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say we can look back and see how that all works out for us.
For me, the chocolate's like a 3.25.
Yeah. If I'm gonna get that one, I would say. And I know my man Chalfie out there talking about these motherfuckers and they harsh ass criticisms. Motherfucker, I review Oreo. It's what I do, and I've done it now for damn near 9 years. Which really is a lot going on there. And I can tell you,
You
as a man
sound like
who's
Sam
reviewed,
Jackson. I've been doing this shit for 9 years, motherfucker.
as a man who's reviewed many Oreo, it's fine. It's a good Oreo. You know what I'm saying? So 3.25 is the correct number. I agree with you on that one, Box.
Yeah, because it wasn't bad, but it was just like in the words of Jay-Z, a bitch with a belly, but that ass is tight.
Yeah, it's a chocolate cookie with a little more oomph to it, but it's still at the end of the day a chocolate cookie.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. Like it wasn't anything. It wasn't bad. It wasn't one of those favorites. Just like, why would you do this? It had a lot of cream to it. It was one of the ones that my partner actually enjoyed, and she hates everything.
Right on. As for the
so
toffee. Oh no, go on.
I would agree with lunch. You know what? I'll be ballpark buddies with lunch. I would arrange between a 3 and a 3 1/4. It could easily get that.
That's what I was thinking.
It was good, but was it great? I want to kick her out of bed. I'll go for seconds.
Gabe, what about you, man?
Well, I was gonna give it a 2.5. You know, just right dab in the middle, but that seemed a little bit low. I think I'm gonna go with a 3.
Okay.
You know, it really did taste like cake when you dipped it in the milk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was just a chocolate cookie.
And you know what? I'm gonna go 2.5 with you too, because even in milk, there was no change to it.
Yeah, it was good. It was either way. Yeah. And which is brought about which is put in even sharper relief when we jump over here to the Toffee Crunch ones.
Yeah. I had to think about it when Gabe said that. I had to go a little bit lower because when I tasted the next one, which I don't really think it was a better cookie because that shit really didn't taste like what it said it was supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back.
I have 2 scores already for the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without milk, I think that for the second one, the toffee one, is like a 2.25, and with milk, I think it's like a 3.
That's fair.
I would go a little higher. I think with milk, it really does something to it. I'm gonna go 3.5 with milk, and I can agree with that too. 2.25 without 2.25 because without milk, it's just like I don't know what it's doing. I truly don't.
Yeah.
The cream's not very interesting. The cookie is just a cookie, but it really works well with that. It's a very well paired with milk cookie.
That and the smell's kind of abrasive.
Yeah, that shit is. You know, if you like sweet smelling candles, because some of y'all do. That's right. That stack of Oreos be right up your alley. I swear on everything. My kid had a candle in their room that smelled just like this when I was up there earlier today. So,
I'm gonna give it a little kick. I think I'll piggyback with lunch a little bit. I'll give it a 2.75 without milk because it was still okay, but with the milk, I will give it a 3.75 because you can taste the crystals better. You can taste the cream better. The cookie is more palatable, all with milk.
There's some more saltiness in it.
yeah, it really did. Yeah, that's crazy. That is, like I said, I don't know if we've ever had an Oreo that was so transformed by milk. You know?
I feel like you guys ever ate a bag of Crunchy Munch before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to the bottom when it's mostly just hulls and sugar crystals.
Factual,
That's
yes.
Yes.
Hulls and sugar crystals. I kind of like that. It probably wouldn't get a lot of download. But I'm gonna write it down either way.
Yeah, but that's what it reminded me of. I love it was for a second, man. I was flat out addicted to Toffee Crunchy Munch. I was flat out addicted to it.
What's the one with the chicken on it?
Huh?
The candy coated caramel coated popcorn. What is it called?
Poppycock.
Poppycock. That's what I was thinking.
I never heard of that one.
But when you said the Toffee Crunchy Munch, I was like, yeah, that is Fiddle Faddle. Forgive me. Yeah, that is what's popping there. The red box of Fiddle Faddle, it was the toffee, and the yellow one was the caramel Johns. So, but everybody get any numbers on that one? I think Gabriel, did you give numbers on that?
Well, I'm gonna give it a 3 1/4. Kind of, I was just a higher number for the in milk and lower number for without the milk, and just kind of average it out to 3 1/4.
Right.
Yeah, Fiddle Faddle Blue was the toffee.
Okay. Fiddle Faddle Blue also sounds like a cool ass show title.
It would be amazing if you could find like somebody in a blue velvet suit holding a martini glass full of popcorn.
Oh man, we'll see what the old Photoshop can make happen. But that is this go round of Oreo reviews from us here, the good people at Team SKiM. We hope you enjoyed that. Let's head on over to the realm of news and newsery. His first story is from the good people over at Scene. Sam Allard, who is responsible for posting this, and this article is students ask for immediate removal of John Marshall's name from CSU Law School.
Oh.
A working group of CSU law students calling themselves Students Against Marshall sent a formal request Tuesday to the school's dean, Lee Fisher, and the naming committee he chairs, asking the former U.S. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Marshall's name be immediately removed from the law school. Our single objective, reads the letter to the 29-member naming committee. There's 29 people that got to decide on that name? Really? Is for CSU Board of Trustees to remove the name of this slave master who built his wealth through ownership of human beings from all aspects of the law college prior to the spring 2022 commencement, ensuring no other CM law student graduates with the name of a brutal slave owner on their diploma. For the record, that name's on Gabe's graduate degree.
How could you, Gabe?
It wasn't Gabe's fault.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it.
Students had been individually petitioning school leadership to make such a change in recent years, mobilized by the national reckoning with race in the wake of George Floyd's murder by Minneapolis police in 2020. Many of the arguments were advanced in guest columns in this publication. Fisher formed a naming committee at the behest of CSU's president Harlan Sands, with representatives from the student body, faculty, and alumni. The committee was...
I'm sorry. I gotta say, Harlan Sands sounds like a slave owner, too.
The committee was tasked with making recommendations to the University Board of Trustees, keep the name or don't, and then with proposing an alternate name if necessary. Current students say they've been frustrated by the lack of committee's lack of progress. It just wasn't doing anything, second-year law student Emily Forsey told Scene in a telephone interview Tuesday. Forsey is one of two public-facing members of Students Against Marshall and the letter's lead author. The committee was formed in the aftermath of George Floyd at a time when CSU website was slapping work labels on itself, promising to do better. In that context, the fact that we're commemorating a slaveholder is absurd, and it's taking way too long for them to see that. Forsey said that the Fisher-led committee had been unwilling to commit to a timetable and that the ad hoc student group, Students Against Marshall, finally took it upon themselves to force the issue with the university's board of trustees. It's so simple, Forsey said. They can call a vote tomorrow and vote to remove the name, period. All they need is a simple majority. The letter to I can read more of this. I think you get the gist of it. Yes. I'm going to have a conversation with y'all, my buddies, and y'all, my listeners, right quick about this situation that's popping right now in this world. What the fuck is going on with these youngins? I'm going to call them that because I'm getting old now. Right. Thinking all this shit happens immediately. None of this shit ever happens immediately. We are sailing a giant ass boat that takes forever to turn. It does not happen. Shit does not turn on a dime. It simply cannot, will not, never has. And now all of a sudden, because you salty about it, don't mean all of a sudden we about to change this shit. It takes time. It takes process. It takes discussion. It takes forever. Everybody and mama talking about why ain't Biden cancel my student loans yet? Well, bruh, because there's a lot of other shit ahead of that in the fucking in the column, baby. It takes a lot, okay? And I don't understand people. I don't understand this. I don't understand this pushing of shit that has been happening so much lately, and it's starting to make me like it's starting to just get my goat. But also, I gotta calm myself down in that most of the time I see this bullshit, it's on social media, and social media seems bigger than it is. You know what I'm saying? We all seem to think that Twitter is so massive and such an important influence in the way the body politic functions, but it's not. It's where a bunch of people go to complain, and they all seem to be saying the same complaint. Where's my student loan shit, Biden? But it's like, bruh, when you come in with that much shit on your plate, they have to fix. Some shit gotta be like, we'll get there when we get there. And they all are, and everybody keeps me saying the same shit. They keep saying shit like, oh, it's gotta be immediate, and so forth and so on. It's like, no, shit don't work immediately. You don't get fucking your cookies immediately. It's not how it works. It takes time, It takes effort. It takes trying to reach consensus because you always want to try to reach consensus first before you got to start popping the nuclear option off. And I think I need motherfuckers to remember that, or people to recognize it. I'm saying I get it. Your mama gave you gave you that baba as soon as you made a little bit of a noise. But that's not how all mamas do that shit. You gotta relax. I'm sure they will get that motherfucker's name off that shit before next year. Truly, I do believe that will happen. But because it's not on your timetable, you want to bug out about it. Relax.
Well, you gotta remember, this is the generation raised on streaming shit. You know, no commercials. You want to hear a song, you just ask for that song. My kids are going to be even more impatient. They want shit immediately. They didn't have to work for their porn. Their porn just like came to them.
So sorry, that video had my eye for a minute, Box. Sorry.
All right.
So like I was reading.
Watch it.
I was reading a review of. I didn't finish watching. I just started. And I was like, it's drawing my attention too much, and I'm in the middle of a damn show.
I'm looking at it.
I was reading a review of How I Met Your Father, which is a Hulu show. You know what I'm saying? It's basically sequel to How I Met. Nah, that can't be the right word. Spin-off, but that's not it either. It's not. It's definitely not spinning off because none of the old characters are going to come over there to it. So it is.
But it's in the same apartment, so
a retelling, if you will,
okay.
of the but one of the complaints in the news story was, how are people going to deal with having to get the show week for week? You know, instead of getting it all at once. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's how we get shows. It's weird that you think we should have got that shit all at once. It's guess what? How I Met Your Mother did. It came out once a week. That's how the show functions. It's how most shows function. Not everything is on. Is released all at once. Not everything on Disney Plus is released all at once. Not everything on HBO Max is released all at once. This mindset is insane to me.
I just watched the new episode of Boba Fett and Peacemaker before we recorded tonight, and goddamn it, I want them both. Give them to me now. I don't want to wait. I want to like watch them all at once in one sitting, and then demand more that won't come out for another 2 years.
Some shows, I get it.
Peacemaker's good. And
you sit,
okay.
Yeah. Some shows, you sit, you wait, you let them build up, and then you watch a bunch of them at once. But you know what? Most shows come week to week, and that's okay too. Again, this whole I need it right now. It's not a mindset I possess. I can't call it, man. Whew, let's move to the next story. I didn't actually. I saw
snappers.
Ant sent this to me, and I didn't know how much of a story it is, or do I actually need to watch the video that accompanies it? But I'll read you what is written. It's a decent size write up. I don't know if it's a decent write up. It's from a Daily Dot. They can see everything. Ex-Walmart worker says employees will freeze self-checkout registers to prevent theft in viral TikTok. Who gets paid enough to care at Walmart? This is Cecilia Linzen again over the Daily Dot. A TikToker who claims to be a former Walmart employee revealed how the store monitors the self-checkout registers for stealing. The TikToker named Athena Maria, at Athena Maria if you want to go follow them, said in a viral video that Walmart employees carry TC devices that enable them to see all customer purchases at the self-checkout registers. The devices allow employees to see individual items and how much they each cost, as well as the customer's total charges. With the devices, employees apparently have the option to pause a customer's self-checkout register and pretend there's something wrong with the machine if the employee suspects the customer is stealing. On the TC devices, there's a simple button to pause transaction, Athena said. Athenia, forgive me. From the customer perspective, though, the self-checkout register screen will either freeze or show an error message. Then the customer can't scan any more items. At that point, you have no choice but to call for help. And once we come over, we pretend like something's wrong with the machine, the TikToker said. If the customer has already bagged any items, the employer will take everything out of the bags and check them out at another register operated by an employee. So my whole thing with this is do not steal from Walmart self-checkouts. They can see everything that you're purchasing and everything that you're scanning, so I highly recommend not to steal from Walmart, Athenia said. You will get caught and they will pause the transaction on you and pretend something is wrong with the machine. Athenia's TikTok went viral, amassing about 3 million views and more than 8,300 comments as of Tuesday. Athenia has about 67,100 followers on the platform and posts a series of Walmart secret TikTok videos. Her story about Walmart self-checkout sparked a debate amongst viewers, with several seeming to think that Walmart was taking unnecessary or overly extreme measures to prevent theft. Then why they always take that? Hold on. Then why they always try to take my receipt if they already know what I'm buying? One viewer commented. Another viewer said they make billions and underpay employees. Thanks for the free avocado, Walmart. Always harassing people, someone else wrote. Some viewers said Walmart employees don't get paid enough to care about stealing and should just let customers be. LMFAOOO, chill, they not about to give you a raise, one TikToker commented. I used to work at Walmart too. When people used to steal, I would mind my business. I'm not loss prevention, and I'm not coming out of my it is not coming out of my check. Another alleged former Walmart employee said. Other TikTokers thought the secret may not be worth worrying about from a customer perspective because they've stolen from Walmart self-checkouts before. Wow, that's crazy. Me, who has stolen probably $100,000 from self-checkout, one such viewer said. TikTok user Athenia Maria did not immediately respond to Daily Dot's request for comment via TikTok comment. The Daily Dot also reached out to Walmart. And that is that story. Well, one, as you, the listeners and my homeboys know, I don't fuck with self-checkout. They don't pay me enough for it. They don't really give me nothing for it. And to say that it's time is a lie because everybody in self-checkout don't know how to use self-checkout. So time is not always, on your side. So basically, I ain't getting shit for doing somebody else's job. Fuck that. I'm going to go see somebody in line. They'll check me out faster. And or, at least expedient enough for my taste. And we'll keep motherfucking moving. How weird. I'm not really trying to steal from anywhere because I'm black and American. I ain't trying to go to jail.
You telling me you're trying to commit theft at Walmart?
No, son, I'm not trying to commit theft at Walmart.
Well, I need the PlayStation 5. I'm gonna scan and go some grapes instead, bro.
Has Xander even never been to Walmart before?
Yeah, I dragged a man to Walmart many a time in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? So that is a normal happenstance in our lives. But I don't know. Y'all got anything to say about this particular story?
I don't steal from Walmart either.
I don't steal from Walmart, but I mean I have rang up a 99-cent transformer and got a $39 transformer before. It's happened. It happens in life. What can I say?
You love to see it.
I actually forgot to pay for a few things, but I was like, fuck that. They get paid too much for me to go back.
I don't do that anymore. One, two. Just like most cameras, they don't focus on black people. Cameras aren't made for us, so it's not nothing I'm really worried about. Cameras aren't made for dark skin.
You can blame the good people at Kodak for that if you're wondering why that's the thing. Also, white folk, when the robots really do go buck wild, y'all first. Just know that.
Yeah.
And then be okay with it.
The only thing black people got to worry about is dogs, and not and dogs. I was walking with my son, and the lady was like, "Yeah, you can pet my dog," and then the dog started barking at us. I'm like, and I said this right in front of her. I'm like, "Look, the dog's not nervous. The owner is nervous and afraid of black people, not the dog. So you need to back up, Emery."
had to tell them about themselves, and that lady gonna be thinking about that for the rest of her life. Like, damn, was I nervous?
I don't think she ain't walked past our house again.
You was nervous enough to make your dog feel uncomfortable. So yeah. Oh shit. Next story. I just thought, I don't know. For some reason, Gabe, I thought you'd get a kick out of this story.
All right. I like kicks.
This This is from BBC News, and of course, you know they don't give bylines. Man who had pig heart transplant was guilty of 1988 stabbing.
Oh wow.
What?
No context.
The man who received the world's first pig heart transplant once stabbed a man, leaving him paralyzed, his victim's family have said. David Bennett, 57, was convicted of stabbing Edward Shoemaker in 1988, his sister told the BBC's Today Show. Leslie Shoemaker Downey, whose brother died in 2007, she said she thought Mr. Bennett was unworthy of the surgery. But the transplant team said the person's criminal past could never be grounds for refusing treatment. It's the solemn obligation of any hospital or healthcare organization to provide life-saving care to every patient who comes through their doors based on their medical needs, officials at the University of Maryland Medical Center told the New York Times. Any other standard of care would set a dangerous precedent and would violate the ethical and moral values that underpin the obligation physicians and caregivers have to all patients in their care. The attack took place April 1988 when Mr. Bennett's wife sat on the lap of Mr. Shoemaker, who was 22. Ms. Downey said, in apparently jealous rage, Mr. Bennett stabbed Mr. Shoemaker in the back repeatedly. Mr. Bennett was found guilty of battery and carrying a concealed weapon and was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
No attempted murder? Did they have attempted murder over there, I guess?
This guy's from America, just because the story's from the BBC, but the guy's from America. Ms. Downey said nobody had contacted her about Mr. Bennett receiving the pig heart and only heard the news when her daughter messaged her. Why would they be contacting you to say this man's about to get a transplant? Bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? My second daughter sent me an instant message and said, Mom, this is the man who stabbed Uncle Ed. I then read the story and got angry because he had received the heart, she said. Mr. Bennett is recovering after the experimental 7-hour procedure in Baltimore. The transplant was considered the last hope of saving Mr. Bennett's life, though it's not yet clear what his long-term chances of survival are. But Ms. Downey said the coverage of the story had upset her. They're putting Bennett in the storyline, portraying him as a hero and a pioneer, but he's nothing.
Not.
He's nothing of that.
Pioneer.
He is nothing of that sort, she said. I think the doctors who did the surgery should be getting all the praise for what they have done, not Mr. Bennett. Mr. Shoemaker was confined to a wheelchair as a result of the attack before he had a stroke in 2005 and died 2 years later. Doctors around the world are sworn to treat patients who need care equally, regardless of the patient's past crimes or activities. The Oregon Procurement and Transplantation Network, which operates the U.S. transplant list, says punitive attitudes that completely exclude those convicted of crimes for receiving medical treatment, including an organ transplant, are not ethically legitimate.
That just goes to show you, right there, it's like, so this man did his time, and that wasn't good enough for the family. Like, this nigga didn't get like a baboon heart, something worthy. He got a fucking pig heart. Get off his fucking back.
They didn't even get a primate's heart.
Yeah.
Again, and the stabbing happened 35 years ago. I'm not saying shit's sweet, but I'm also saying they're not making people are not celebrating the guy who got the pig heart. They are talking about, hey man, check out science. They put a pig heart in this motherfucker. That's wild.
The doctors were the ones getting the praise. What is she talking about?
Yeah, man, haters gonna hate.
He's not hanging out at the bar going, and ladies are going like, hey, you know who that is? That's Pig Heart Getter.
I remember back when Cleveland used to have a health museum. Like, one of the guys who donated their body to science was a murderer. Like, he volunteered like his body to science after he died, and like
they sliced it up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
we went on a field trip there when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, so they didn't glorify this nigga killing people. But they was like, his body was donated to science, and that was part of the story. So
yeah,
man, he need to give him a break. I miss the health museum, man.
That's why I was talking. I was taught about STDs there, and they showed us a slide of somebody with severe crabs, and that shit still haunts my memories.
Oh no,
man,
severe.
I remember that night we looked at all them slides, and man, I still was kissing on a bunch of girls that night, in the in that lock in. That was spectacular. Man,
Severe craps. You walking sideways? That's how bad it were.
I got two stories left. I'm actually going to give you the one, but I will read you the headline from the one to make you go, God damn. Detainees sue Arkansas jail that gave them ivermectin to treat COVID.
oh,
Just want you to get that headline in your head so you can know what's going on there. That's how they're treating patients. That's how they're treating inmates with COVID in Arkansas, the great state of Arkansas. Okay, you got that? Okay. Now, this story is a banger because it's so insane to me. It's a New York Times piece,
Okay.
but it's about something that happened here in the land, which means it's an Ohio story. They chopped down a centuries-old tree. Now they face felony charges. Todd Jones and his sister Laurel Hoffman were charged with grand theft for chopping down a black walnut tree near their property outside Cleveland, according to police. It's by Maria Kramer of the New York Times. Last September, Jennifer Greasy, a director at an agency that oversees thousands of acres of parks, nature preserves, and trails in Northeast Ohio, was walking through a reservation checking on saplings when she saw the freshly cut stump of a black walnut tree. The police spoke to a nearby resident who said her husband's son had recently hired a logging service to cut down the tree and sell it for lumber.
ooh.
It's not the crime of the century, the son, Todd Jones, 56, later told authorities, according to a police report. But prosecutors charged Mr. Jones and his sister, Laura Hoffman, 54, with grand theft, saying that the tree was not on his property in Strongsville, a suburb of Cleveland, as he claimed, but on property owned by Cleveland Metro Parks, a public agency that oversees 24,000 acres across the region, including trails, golf courses, and lakefront parks. Jacqueline Gerling, a spokesman for Cleveland Metro Parks, said the tree might have been more than 250 years old. It was worth at least $28,800, according to the Cleveland Metro Parks Police Department. Given our urban setting and the threats to healthy tree growth, it's very uncommon to find a black walnut of this size, Ms. Gerling said. In a statement, Michael O'Malley, the Cuyahoga County prosecutor, said his office took seriously its duty to protect the regional park system. We will not ignore people trespassing on park property and illegally cutting down irreplaceable trees for profit, he said. Mr. Jones and Ms. Hoffman were also charged with falsification. Both charges are felonies that carry a maximum sentence of 18 months in prison. A spokeswoman for Mr. O'Malley said, Ms. Hoffman and her lawyer, Christine Bruick, declined to comment. A man who answered a call to a number listed for Mr. Jones declined comment. It was not clear on Thursday if he had a lawyer. In an interview with Cleveland.com and The Plain Dealer, Mr. Jones and Ms. Hoffman both say they believe the tree was inside their family's property line. This is so ridiculous that they're doing this, Mrs. Jones said of the charges. This is insane. There was no ill intent. The police said the tree was part of Millstream Run Reservation, which abuts Mr. Jones' property and is overseen by Cleveland Metro Parks. Ms. Greiser, the director of the Natural Resources at Cleveland Metro Parks, said when she found the stump, it was clear it had been freshly cut, according to the police report. At least one of the recently planted saplings that she was checking on at the time had been destroyed when the tree was cut down. The cages that had been protecting the saplings, which were part of a restoration project, had been smashed, the report said. Mr. Jones took over the property sometime after his father, Robert Jones, died in 2015, according to the police report. Robert Jones' wife, Deborah Jones, transferred ownership of the property to Todd Jones as a result of a financial hardship that included $15,000 in tax liens, the report said. Ms. Jones, who had lived at the house for 22 years, still lives on the property, which is for sale, the police said. Ms. Jones told the police that Todd Jones planned to have the trees taken down so it could be sold for timber and help the family pay off the tax liens. Black walnut trees can grow up to 70 feet tall and are known for their fine-grained, chocolate-brown hardwood, which makes them the ultimate choice for the production of furniture, trim, gun stocks, and high-quality veneer, according to
That
the
sounds
Ohio,
like a BB tree.
according to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources.
You, me, man, that's just insane.
This tree in particular was extremely large and also uncommon across the park district, the police said in the report. It took a logging company 3 days to cut down the tree and remove it from the property, according to the report. company's owner, who dealt directly with Hoffman, told the police he paid $2,000 for the tree, according to police report. The tree is worth what did they say, $28,000? So 10 times as much. Is that how math works?
I got a deal.
Jesus Christ!
I'd buy that for $1.
The owner said Ms. Hoffman had told him that she owned the tree and the property, according to the report. A police investigator said he reviewed property records, including deeds, photographs taken by a survey manager with Cleveland Metro Parks. The stump is quite clearly on Park District land, the investigator wrote. According to the police report, the tree that was felled was 7.5 feet from Mr. Jones' property line, the investigator found. The police said they called and texted Ms. Hoffman, but she did not respond to their messages. When the police first contacted Mr. Jones, he told them that he did not know anything about who had removed the tree, according to the report. This is where that falsification comes in. In subsequent interviews with investigators, Mr. Jones said that he had never seen a boundary survey of the property. He told them if it was always well known that the tree was on his parcel of land, according to the police report. Mr. Jones asked the police not to charge his sister and said he was solely responsible for what had happened, the report said. Nothing was done maliciously, he said, according to the report, adding the investigation seemed pretty excessive for a tree. Why privilege? Anyway,
You can see on the websites now for the Blue Lives Matter flag. Oh, well, they only care because there's a black walnut. If it was a white walnut, the news wouldn't give it any coverage. Back to blue.
Oh, shit. Well, that is your selection of stories and the like, man. And we are just going to chug it along, man. Just a quick tag in. Ed, anything pop with you? Did you care to share?
I have some shit written down, but ain't nothing I can't wait.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about them writtens, man.
No worries. Tomorrow it'll be fully flushed out. I mean, next week it'll be fully flushed out.
Then we bob along. I take my man Daniel's song. Anything popping in your world?
So I had a crossroads moment come up yesterday.
So you won't be lonely, crossroads moment?
No one died. But so I don't know if I talked about this with you guys or I talked about it on the show last week. But my plan was to buy a new TV for the living room.
Yes.
I've been help refresh my memory. Did I talk about that on the show or just with you?
You did. We had a whole conversation about
Okay.
TVs and how it's a good time of the year to buy them.
Okay. So I had sold those Funko Pops, and it so happens that Best Buy had a 4-day President's Day sale pop up. And so I got the email on Monday, and I'm sorry, I got the email on Monday, but I didn't see it till Tuesday.
All right, it's got to be a Martin Luther King Day sale, right? There's no way that's a President's Day sale.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant, Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
I got it mixed up because I know that's our next holiday for work.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Martin Luther King Day. My bad. Didn't mean to dishonor his memory.
By getting valuable deals on TVs.
Goddamn right. So I got the email that they were having a 4-day sale. And it's funny too because they don't mention Martin Luther King in the email. They literally just say they're having a 4-day sale on technology or whatever. Yeah. But come on, we all know.
We all know it's the King.
Yeah. So I went into the sale to see what they had, and I filtered it down, and I was looking for a 65-inch 4K TV, and they had one that was normally $1,200, and it was marked down to $800. So I was like, shit, that seems like a pretty good deal. So I looked at the specs, and now while I don't necessarily want to play Xbox on a 65-inch TV, it does have 2 of the HDMI ports that would work with the Xbox's upgraded graphics. So I would then have the option to do so if I so choose. So I was like, okay, that's a bonus. The reviews on it were very good. It's a name brand. I believe it's a Sony.
Sony, Regeneron, Panaphonics.
So I was like, okay, I have to make the decision here if I'm going to buy this thing or not. And so I looked at how many they had around here, and they had 2 at the one Best Buy, by the mall in Strongsville area, And then they had like one at the one near Great Northern, and they didn't have any at the one by me. So I was like, okay, this thing's like very limited stock. It's a pretty good deal. I mean, it's fucking 25% off, essentially. Oh, no, I'm 30% off, 33% off. My bad. My math is shot right now. And so with tax and everything, it basically worked out to where the money that I got from selling the 2 Funko Pops after fees and everything, take that money. So 2 Funko Pops plus $200 got me a 65-inch 4K TV. And so I made the purchase, and then I asked my buddy if like he was available to help me go pick it up, because like he has a little bit of a bigger car than I do. He has like a mini SUV or whatever. With, like, not like one of the big like Hummers, but he's got like one of those like soccer mom SUVs. And so we talked about going to pick it up last night before he was gonna come over and watch wrestling anyway, because that's usually what we do on Wednesdays. And so we were gonna go grab it before wrestling came on at 8. So that was the plan that we agreed to on Tuesday. Yesterday, I wake up and I get ready for work and everything. I come in the living room, which is where my computer desk is at for work. I log onto the work computer, onto my laptop, into the work program, and I'm sitting here for a couple minutes, like going through my email when I log. That's the first thing I do when I log on every morning. And then all of a sudden, like, I hear a noise, and then I look over, and the living room ceiling that was leaking earlier in the year, last year, is now leaking again. So apparently the gutters never fixed the problem. I just didn't know that it was still fucked up because it never snowed again after they did the gutters. Yeah. So when all the snow started to melt yesterday, the living room started leaking again. Obviously, like, it stopped leaking once all the snow melted off. So it leaked for about an hour and 45 minutes. So I have like some towels and stuff on the floor where the water dripped through. So at that moment, I was like, fuck. Like, I can't call the insurance company because I called them last year about this, and they already gave me money to fix it the first time, and apparently it didn't. Like, they sent out a roof inspector. He couldn't find anything. I've got the gutters fucking replaced, and so it's clearly not that. So that means there's something up there that someone missed. But at this point, I'm basically on my own because I've already put a claim in, and I never gave them a completion of work certificate from anybody saying that it was fixed. So in their eyes, it's still fucked up. So now I'm going to have to take care of it myself, which means I'm going to have to hire someone to come figure out what it is and someone to do the work and all this. And this is all going to be a cost that I have no fucking clue how much will actually be in the end. So I have to be prepared for anything. So the thing with Best Buy is, like, you can order something, put it on the credit card, but you don't truly have to pay for it. Like, you don't get charged until you actually receive the item. So This is what happened with the Xboxes. Like, I bought the Xbox, and I never went to pick it up. And then after a couple of days of me not going to get it, like, they canceled the order and they refund the card. So I could have done that with the TV, where I could have went, okay, this $864 that I paid for this TV, I could just say, fuck it, let the TV go, save that money, and accumulate it towards whatever fucking cost it's going to be for me to fix this problem. Or I could say, fuck it, get the TV, and then just keep putting towels down during the winter because it only happens when it snows. And then just ride it out until the springtime, hope for the best, and then fix the problem later. And so I was like, all right, what do I do here? And then ultimately, I'm going to tell you, I decided on getting the TV because fuck it. Like,
ball out.
Yeah, like, I've been wanting that TV, like a new TV, for years, and I fucking held back over and over and over again. And I stuck to the plan. I got it on sale. I only had to really come out $200 out of pocket for it because I sold those other things that, I've been sitting on. So it was really 2 Funko Pops and $200 for a 5-inch 4K TV. And I just went, you know what? This one time, I'm just going to let this shit, like, it is what it is. Like, the house isn't going to crumble if this happens, like, 1 or 2 more times. Like, because, we had a fucking 12 to 18-inch snowfall here the other day. That shit is, like, not common. So, like, if it will flurries here and there, it is what it is. Like, I can dry some towels and put them back down. You know, I'll just have to deal with it in the springtime. So it's like I was at that crossroads where it's like, what's the right thing to do here? And I just went, fuck it. I'm going to be selfish this one time. I mean, I guess either way it'd be selfish because it's my house, but I went for the vanity play rather than the responsible play.
And I gotta tell you, for once, you went for the slightly irresponsible play. It's like most of the times you would not have.
It wasn't irresponsible because, first of all, you had already bought the TV technically.
Yeah.
Before the shit had went down.
Well,
And,
but that's
like,
the thing. I hadn't picked it up yet, so I could have canceled the order.
You hadn't picked it up yet. But it was, first of all, like you said, it was a purchase that you not only had you had in your mind already, you had in your heart already. Mm-hmm. 2, like I said, you had already bought it. And like that, I mean, I kind of feel like shit like that always happens. Like, I see these memes all the time, like, so shit be going good, and then I check engine light come on. Like, everything.
That's what it was like for me back in the day. The moment I got like $500 in the savings account, something broke.
And at the end of the day, it's like you said, you would have to wait till spring anyway, because it's not safe for nobody to go up on a roof this time of year.
Well,
like,
and the thing about it is, like, I don't even. That's the thing. It's like I don't even know what the outcome is going to be here, because no one really knows what the problem is. Because when they came last year, for the first day it happened, you can only replicate it with the snow, and when the snow all melts away, there's no way of telling how the fuck it's getting in. Because like there was literally a roof inspector on my roof looking around, and he couldn't find anything. So there's something somewhere that like needs to be replicated when someone's in the attic, and I can only do that with snow on the roof. So it's like at this point, I don't know if I'm gonna have to hire some people to come gut the attic and just take all the insulation out. And well, that's gonna have to happen regardless, because 2 years now of water, there's gonna be mold and shit up there growing. They're gonna have to fucking take care of that. But like, it comes down to it, I might end up having to fucking finance a new roof for my house.
Ugh.
I would. Because what is probably happening is some shingles or somewhere it's like something going on where ice is getting underneath there, and then when you get that melt, like did it happen when it was 37 degrees the other day?
Yeah, when the snow started to melt yesterday morning, it was leaking in. It was the same thing last year. Like the snow was there, and then when it started to melt, it was coming in somewhere. So it's like, it's somewhere it gets underneath with all the snow, and then when it melts, it comes through somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's like if I knew the problem, I would have done it last year. I would have taken care of it. But no one could tell me what the problem was, because everyone who came to look at it went, I don't know. And like, I don't fucking know any better than the people who like their career is to know the problem. So it's like, what do I do? You know, I did the only thing I could think of. Like I went and got new gutters because like I saw some cracking in the fascia boards behind where the gutter was hanging. They came, put new gutters on. Okay, well at that point, like it doesn't do it when it rains during the year. You know, so it's like I couldn't replicate it at all. So I had no way of knowing if the gutters did the job or not, because no one could tell me what the problem was. So now I marked the gutters off the list, but now it's like I still have the problem, and I have no answers.
When we get off here, you need to Google it. You need to Google it. I mean, because it seems like, honestly, like you got some roof tiles.
Well, that, and I also don't have the money to fix it right now.
I mean, yeah, you don't have the money right now, but like,
I'm not saying that like, oh, I've got it, but I don't want. No, it's like literally, I have like $2,000 in cash on me, and that's it. Like, I don't have the funds to do a massive like contractor job right now. All my money's tied up in investments. Like, I'm not saying that as like a hoity-toity. Like,
it's not a flex.
No, it's literally like I would have to sell stock that I don't want to sell to have to fucking do it. Like we said earlier, like it's wintertime right now. Like my front yard is buried in snow. Like there's not going to be a fucking construction crew coming here with supplies and leaving them in the snow in the front yard, you know? Like it's just not going to happen.
No, I mean, for right now, like like the best thing you could probably do is like maybe put a tarp over where it is in the living room, or like maybe, but Google what you think it could be, or Google it, because it's gonna have to be a springtime job no matter what. Like nobody's getting up on a roof where it's like ice on and ice off. Like I said, it's snowing right now, so yeah, home ownership is a bitch, man.
Yeah, it is.
Again, we just had a whole discussion about it last week, and so I just that's wild that of course it comes up the specter of it comes to haunt you this week. Bullshit, man. Well, Gabriel, man, what's going on with you, bruv?
Well, it was moving day for us. Is that we moved from one campsite to another, and it was one of our shorter moving days in that it was only an hour drive, under an hour drive.
You still in Central or you Eastern?
We are in Eastern now.
Great, welcome back.
All right, yes, it's back in the Eastern time zone. Less confusing. It was supposed to be a short trip, but like I missed the turn, and we went a way that was going to be like 4 minutes slower. I'm like, all right, 4 minutes slower, not a big deal. But this took us past the farm, and as we're about to pass this farm, 3 horses come running out of the gate. Yeah, about to pass it, and in front of me, these 3 horses coming up, and their owner running behind them like, come back, come back. It was a white horse, a dark brown horse, and a light brown horse. So there's some horse diversity right there.
There it is.
And all 3 of them are running, and I empathize because I got this dog this Boston Terrier, Kevin, that runs off. And so I'm like, I know the frustration of when a pet runs off. So I shout out the window, "What can I do to help?" It's like she yells, "I don't know, catch him." And I don't
Get the peanut butter.
This horse is a diabetic.
I'm like, okay. I try to drive up to them and slowly to corral them, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any horse experience. And
You lied on your application.
Hold on, wait a minute. Don't your kid has been in like horse camp. They got some horse experience.
Yes, she has, and I'm getting to that.
Okay, I'm about to say you gotta immediately turn to them and get some information.
Well, she knows how to ride a horse, but these were naked horses. There's nothing to grab on them, like except their hair.
Were they male or female?
Well, I'm not grabbing a horse's dick to slow him down.
What?
You would need
That's how you
like
speed
3
him up.
hands for that.
Just don't be behind the horse at all. You will get the shit kicked out.
Yeah, well, you can get kicked from the front too, can't you?
Yeah.
They just
They
go
can
on their
rear
hind
up
legs
and
and go-
They can rear up and maybe come down on you, sure, but they're not going to kick you from the front. They can wallop your ass from behind. Yeah, sorry, it made me laugh.
Well, shit, like, if they hit you in the head, like, you're fucking dead.
Pretty much.
Like, there's that video that floats around the internet from time to time of, like, the goose or whatever that gets kicked by the horse.
Yeah, that
Everyone
motherfucker
thinks
dead
it's funny,
immediately.
but that one goose was, like, KO'd on sight.
Yeah.
Well, you're making me feel a little more irresponsible then. My wife and my daughter being the horse expert of the family, get out of the car to try to help.
Man, I told you last week. Tell them to stop helping, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's like week by week you put your family in danger. Actually, they put themselves in danger.
Well,
and
they
then,
Want to
they
rope
weren't
you
anywhere
in.
near the horses.
man, it could have been a move. That could have been like a fucking hustle move where like you get out to go help and they just come and steal your shit.
Oh, all right, you think the horses are in on it?
No, I feel like the people just be like, let the horses go and like, hey, you know what I'm saying? On this lowly.
Well, I stayed
Especially-
in the car with the three younger kids,
Very good.
and the horses start getting farther away from my wife and my child, so they're no help anymore. So I'm like, all right, let me try that move again, where I try to get up on them slowly and corral them, and maybe I'll hook the truck and the RV in front of them, and the owner can catch them and thank me. I'm just trying to be a helper here. But I don't know if I was spooking the horses or not, because they just ran off again. I'm like, man, you got to be in good shape to be a horse owner if they run off, because this guy ran at least a mile to go get the horses, and another mile when they backtracked. I'm like, oh, they're going back home. Oh, nope, no, they're not. No, they're not.
You would think that for someone who worked downtown, you would be a lot better at putting your head down and pretending like you didn't see the person asking for change. It's not like you're riding around with a lasso in your fucking RV, you know?
Apparently you need one. Apparently you need one.
Okay, so hold on. So let me count. Let me get the fingers right. You got a car, an RV, 2 dogs, a cat, 4 children, and a wife.
Yes.
All these things.
There's a guinea pig, right?
There's a guinea pig
Rest
too.
in peace, Peanut. Oh, well, okay. So I only got 5. I only got 5 on these hands. So with that being said, I understand. Like, you got, like, everywhere you going, you are unfamiliar. You can't help anybody in any situation. Why do your wife and daughter keep on thinking, like, you know what? I mean, I guess it's in one sense it's a beautiful thing that they think that you can just help in every situation,
Yeah.
but you cannot.
That lady looks so
can't.
upset though.
Fuck that. I mean, I'm sorry. Never mind. I can't.
No, you are not sorry. You are not sorry. Don't apologize. Fuck that lady. That is accurate and apt and useful. Fuck that lady.
Like, you can't put yourself in harm's way to coddle your family.
Did we ever stop to think that, like, maybe this lady was abusing those horses and they broke free to freedom?
Oh, that's a good point. She could have been
did,
horse
so it was a
fighting.
brown
Is
one and a
that
black
a good
one.
point? Look, is that a good point?
She
They
could have
fucking
put him in the horse fights.
they fucking Andy Dufresne their way out of there, and Gabe's trying to wrangle them back.
I'm gonna go with it's a point.
I never thought of that.
I agree with Daniel. Like, man, we ain't supposed to be hemming up these animals. No way, man. Let them go. They're supposed to be free.
And so at some point, the horses got way too far away, and their owners, the male owners of them, are chasing them. And my wife and my kid eventually catch up with the car because I got kind of far away from them, trying to corral these horses. I was back. And it's hard to back up in a trailer, and I'm in the middle of not a busy road, but I was in the middle of a road, and I backed up a few feet, but I couldn't back up all the way to where they were, so they eventually had to walk to us.
I think these horses didn't take you seriously because you don't have horns on the hood of your car.
So they got in, and they're like, oh, we can't do anything at this point. I'm like, okay, we left.
I'm gonna worry about you for the entire time you're gone, because this is the kind of shenanigans you get into.
I started playing Goodbye Horses by Q Lazarus, and no one thought that was funny.
I would have thought it was funny. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like, I understand, like, you have a family with a big heart, but they need to
Those hearts are gonna get you all killed.
I would say hurt first, but it's like, in certain situations, like, what if, like, okay, first of all, you guys are in a strange land, and you said you got far enough away where they had to catch up with you.
Yes.
What happened then?
What if this was like a fucking serial killer movie and they used the horses as a distraction to try and kidnap you and your family, but then, like, the horses were on, like, GPS trackers and they just go and get them after they already got you guys?
Huh.
Next level shit.
I don't want to go that far. I just want y'all to be careful and like, if I'm sure that's not their first day of horse handling. As
It ain't the first time no horse done dipped out.
Yeah.
It could be. They could have just got the horses yesterday.
Then they are terrible owners and need to work on that.
They need to get a new fucking farm.
I don't know. That motherfucker might still be running after those horses right now at this very moment. And that happened at about 3 o'clock.
Check the news. I hear there's been some interesting videos posted on there today.
Yeah, like Grand Theft Auto. That happened to me once when I was on a bike.
In real life or in Grand Theft Auto?
Just Grand Theft Auto.
They don't have any horses in Grand Theft Auto.
I didn't know
Maybe they
what was
should.
going to happen when I sent you guys that video. Because it was in my other group chat, and I was like watching it, and I'm like, oh, this might be interesting. So I sent it to you guys, and then I finished it, and I went, holy shit.
What
What
at the
did
end
you
of it?
finish?
Like I said, I had to take my eyes off of it. Just to get you, the listener, I might edit the top, but whatever. Box sent us a video via Twitter, and I started watching it, but I started watching it, and that means I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, which is host this program. So I had to like stop myself from watching it. How did that video conclude?
So I only made it halfway through. Basically, they were using like a helicopter to track a guy that the cops were chasing. He was on a motorcycle, and he ends up hitting a car in an intersection, and he flips off the bike like a fucking stick figure you would see in like a video game.
Oh,
Okay, so not in Grand
limbs all
Theft Auto
failing
5,
and everything.
but like in Grand Theft Auto 4, when with Nico Bellic, when you hit when you get an explosion or something like that, they stop in slow mo and like your body goes in the air real slow and stuff. It did just like that. In the
Yeah,
air.
he was like flipping and shit. And then, like I say, I only made it halfway through the video because they immediately cut back
Stop.
to the lady, the news anchor in the studio. And it's just like, I'm like,
Yo, so I just scrubbed through the video to the part, and I see the part where he hit a car that was turning in the intersection, and bruh,
He Dominique Dawes in the air.
I'm just gonna push play right quick, right here at the point where of impact, where's where I'm at. Holy, bruh. Wow, the newscasters over there like, did the Home Alone like, oh, corner face. Wow. So if that dude was, let's just be honest with you, he probably driving to like, that was probably about 50, 60 miles per hour, dipping and dodging through traffic. You know how inertia works. You know what I'm saying? Newton's law. What is that? Second law? Every action equal opposite reaction. Yeah, the reaction was the motorcycle stopped on car, body kept going forward at the same speed and in the same direction. That's actually, I believe, a Einsteinian thing. But anyway, so he kept going, however fast his bike was going, just through the air. And wowzers, man, they cut fast.
Did he go into that building?
Oh man, I'm gonna scrub back some.
They cut pretty fast.
Yeah, they did cut pretty fast.
She's like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god.
Tallulah was drinking water.
Yeah, they like pulled the camera panned away and everything real fast. Like it was like, yeah, he caught air. Good Lord.
And this is rigor mortis and it's lovely when you die.
Shit, like I said, the way they pulled that camera, like I can't say he might have got toward the shady part, the overhang of the building. So he's probably on the sidewalk. But came to a deadly end, is what this article says that Box sent us. So that man is dead.
More than likely, yes.
Man. According to the LAPD, who we never lay faith in, but you know, whatever. The motorcycle was reported stolen. Police were tracking it, but were not involved in the pursuit. You didn't see cops behind this dude. It was just the news helicopter. The news helicopter was following, but the popo was not.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
Google
and-
Florida and horses to see if any
and that-
news came up.
That's the thing that like always kills me about like the bumper stickers that are like "Watch out for motorcycles" and shit. Like, maybe you all should watch out for me when you all are like 27 deep and you're cutting in and out of every lane, speeding. Like, some of this is on you.
I agree.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
No, nothing.
Why
No,
is
we're
LeBron
not-
trending? Oh, as soon as I went to click on it, it disappeared. So fuck you, Twitter.
He broke another record.
Yeah, but that was last night. So why is he trending today? Everybody talking about how the Lakers are broken and how they need to be prepared and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I guess.
I know. The other day it was just his wife trending.
Cyclist crash.
I laughed because I heard someone today. I was watching something and they're like, I think it was like talking about Magic Johnson saying like Lakers fans deserve better, and I'm like, why? I'm
How many
like,
more championships? do you
yeah,
need?
like you guys win all the fucking time. Like, why do you deserve better? Like, what makes you so goddamn special?
No shit.
Whew, good lord. None of that had anything to do with anything. So Gabe can't capture horses. He is gonna worry me sick. But that is apparently what he wants to do in his life.
Well,
Worry his homeboy sick.
At least you didn't ask me to keep this horse.
I'm crying over
Growth as a person.
I fucked me.
When we started talking about horses, I immediately thought of Kelly and the Sexy Stud.
Kelly the sexy stud.
That movie definitely is older than you are. How was you watching Bachelor Party?
No, that was from
No,
Clerks 2.
no, you're thinking of Clue of Clerks 2. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Bachelor Party where they had a donkey show. So
Oh,
nobody remembers Bachelor Party?
I remember
Tom
Bachelor
Hanks?
Party.
I know
One of the
Tom
greatest-
Hanks is in it, but I've
I've never seen it.
The donkey OD'd on coke.
And
Other
other
drugs?
drugs. Yeah.
That's what I should have done. I should have like tempted the horse with some talcum powder. Total it was coke.
There's no Coke. Well,
I told you,
I
you
sucked
dumb
dick for
fuck. There's no coke.
coke.
each and every week, we take a little meander on over to the mean streets of Reddit for a little bit of Emma the Asshole. And were we ladies doing this on TikTok, we'd have millions of views, but we're not. And so that's just what it is. Is it because they're ladies? I don't know if that seems sexist, Terrence Dwayne.
Yeah, we don't want to
that.
sound like those bitter gamers.
We're four
But-
middle-aged men with beards.
Yeah. So, I'm not.
Fantastic beards.
Full of
thank you.
wisdom and growth.
Well, yeah, we'll go with that. So I'm not gonna blame it. I'm not gonna blame it on them being ladies that they get millions of views for doing what we do every week and have been doing forever. But I am salty off of it, as you can hear.
Man, we've been doing a lot of shit that other people started doing after us, and they're way more famous for it than we are.
Disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
We the little riches of podcasting.
I think it's the Big Mama Cass of podcasting.
We didn't choke on no sandwich.
Like, let's be honest. We've
But I
been
would
doing
like
the
to be
same
on
shit as
Scooby-Doo.
like Good Mythical Morning. Just they do it. They were putting it on YouTube, but we were doing it in audio form.
A fair point. A fair point to all. But
So, just to reassure T real quick, I did say like, all right, no more helping animals to the crew after they got out to the car and we got back on our way.
Man, we all know that shit ain't gonna hold.
oh shit. So we reached Member the Assholes, no doubt. First one up is just a guarantee we're reading it because it came from the sixth official member of the podcast, the Silver Coquille. I think that's how that math works. Anthony, is that correct?
No.
Okay,
She's
math-
the,
do the work for me.
She's the fifth member. That's right.
Is that mathematically accurate?
I think so. Well, Gabe was the fifth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jinx.
Controlling the track.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Either way, the Silver Gold Key gave us that one, so we're definitely gonna read that one. So, but I'm gonna give you some other ones that you guys can choose from.
All right.
Emma asked for telling my husband's female friend, he might be your best friend, but you're not his.
Yellow.
Am I the asshole for telling my son I'd rather have his ex-wife as a daughter than him as my son after he got cut out of the will?
Whoa.
Am I the asshole for telling my parents they put all their chips on the wrong kid, so they got to deal with the consequences? Am I the asshole for giving some raunchy comebacks after my aunt asked me about my sexuality during a family gathering? What's with these aunties?
I like
That's
that.
like the second. And last one, am I the asshole for cutting off someone Netflix?
That's kind of a tame versus the other ones.
It just made me laugh. The very idea of it was like, this motherfucker using my Netflix, and I can't.
Man, I remember when I was using my buddy's Netflix for a while. The one lives here with me.
Yeah.
And his parents also had an account on it, but it was funny because like I made a profile on there so that I wouldn't fuck up anyone else's shit.
Yeah.
But to like fuck with him, I named the profile Cockknocker. So like his parents were like, "Who the fuck is the Cockknocker?"
What you call it? My mom recently, just for whatever reason, changed her name on all the various services that we share. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, I talked to her, I'm like, oh, I just changed my name. I'm like, for why? Why?
You gotta hide from Big Brother, man.
All that did was make me freak out and worry that somebody had gotten access to my accounts. Lord knows I love that woman.
You know your mom ain't out there trying to save no horses.
Well, of those optional ones I gave you guys, which one made you say I'll fuck with that one?
Auntie one.
I do like auntie ones.
Hey, auntie.
I want to know about this kid who they put their chips on the wrong kid though. That's just hilarious.
Yeah,
that is good too.
We got enough time. Maybe you'll get 3. All right, let's ride.
Okay.
First one. This is one the Golden Coat Silver Croaky sent in this. Am I the asshole for standing firm on my quote lack of hygiene and choosing cat over BF? I don't know if BF is boyfriend and or best friend. Let's go. Hi everyone on mobile. Merry Christmas. First things first, I, 24 female, have been dating Kyle, 25 male, for 2 months now. He has started to spend the night. Kyle never grew up with pets, so my cat has been an adjustment to him. His words, my cat, Crumb, 4 male. That's great. That's fantastic. Is the most important aspect of my life right now. Like most cat parents, he rules the household. We are very close since I found him abandoned on the side of the road as a 3-month-old kitten and nursed him back to health. Crumb is very docile and hasn't shown any affection or really interest in Kyle. I don't force it. Crumb does as he does. Lately, Kyle's been complaining about Crumb. I guess he walked into my bathroom to see Crumb rubbing his face against my toothbrush. I have one of those electric ones that stands. He was shocked and told me how disgusting it was. I laughed and said, yeah, that's not great. He demanded I get a new toothbrush. Eat a dick. I'm just going to tell you that right up. You ain't demanding shit of me this early in the game. Yes. And I said, no. I just put the toothbrush in a drawer. Next, Cal says he doesn't like my nightly routine with Crumb. I give Crumb a kiss on the head, stomach, and face before he goes to sleep. Oh my God. He sleeps on my bedside table in a cat bed. If I don't do this routine, he lays on me until I do. Really? It's a well-trained cat. I know that's annoying, but that's how it's always been, and I love doing it. Well, Kyle says I am unhygienic because of this. Fuck this dude. God. Because of this. He says Crumb is dirty. He is inside only, and I brush him every day. And even letting him sleep in the bedroom is gross and gets fur everywhere. It doesn't, but Kyle isn't even allergic, so I told him that I put the toothbrush away, but he told me that I took it. Wait a minute. That I took it as a joke. Wait a minute. What the fuck? I put the toothbrush away, but he told me that I took it as a joke and didn't punish Crumb. We don't. What?
What do you punish a cat for?
See, this whole thing, it's kind of unnecessary. Like, you're 2 months in, like, cut bait.
Yeah.
Bro don't like your cat. Like, this ain't that deep.
Yeah. I tried to explain to him, you can't punish cats. Nor would I want to in this scenario. But he wouldn't hear it. He then went on to say that me kissing Crumb is disgusting, especially his face, and he wouldn't ever kiss me if I kiss Crumb again. Nigga, get the fuck going there.
What?
He asked me to put Crumb outside the room when he's over or lock him in a crate. So I said, okay, bye. Not only is Crumb 10,000 times more important to me, but I laughed in Cal's face about never kissing my cat again, keeping him locked. This is where I might be the asshole. Cal told me that I was ruining our future.
Kyle's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna roll back. I just need to know. Maybe I've read this shit wrong. First thing
Kyle
first.
reminds me of what the fuck is that dude's name? You know the dude from The Hangover? Bradley Cooper. He reminds me of Bradley Cooper in Wedding Crashers.
I have been dating Kyle for 2 months. That shit does say 2 months. I had to double check and make sure. I'm sorry, y'all. Ruining our future and how mean I am for laughing at his concerns. I felt guilty, so I asked a group of my friends, and they were split. The pet owners laughed. The non-pet owners said, I am in the wrong for not making Kyle feel more comfortable. They said that Kyle wasn't asking me to get rid of Crumb yet. Just compromise with him. They said I was being kind of gross and understand his concerns. Too long, didn't read. BF doesn't like me kissing cat. I said I wasn't going to stop and laughed at him. And his friends he and friends call me insensitive and gross. Edit, cat tags. Hopefully I did this right, which means they post a picture of the cat. Let's open this in a tab. And I'll tell you if I think I fuck with Crumb as a cat. It's a gorgeous all black cat with a big old fluffy tail. Just absolutely brilliant. Already you're better with just having this cat instead of this dude.
She better have broken up with Kyle.
Whoa, I didn't expect this to blow up at all. I'm reading everything, even if I don't reply. I asked Kyle if we could talk tomorrow since we aren't speaking, and he said yes. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks for all your input. There is no update to this that I've come across.
Man, if she didn't break up with Kyle, she's a fool. Because Kyle, 2 months already, and he's basically hates your kid. Like, I know people will be like, oh, it's not real. But cats are your family. This boy is trying to run up into your house and disrespect your family situation. Like, you can't be having that shit. Like, if you don't like Crumb now and Crumb's 4, what happens if you stick this out for the long haul and he's just shitty to Crumb and Crumb lives to like 16? That's 12 years of this dude being shitty to your cat.
Yeah, he's ramping up to ask her to get rid of the cat, so...
Yeah, like you said, that's what I already said when they say he didn't actually get rid of it. Yeah, was my response because he will.
Kyle strikes me as the type of person that when she leaves the house one day, he go leave the back door open and fucking just shove Crumb out the back door and be like, he got out somehow. He'll bust a screen out of a window or some shit. He must have escaped.
So my daughter will pick it up and it'll become my problem.
You try to wrangle it with your trailer.
So we're going to read you through this trilogy of responses. Definitely not the asshole. The laughing in his face is a bit mean, but I don't agree with your friend saying he wasn't asking to get rid of him because he said he wanted the cat to go outside or in a crate when he's over. So if you move in together, the cat would be needed to be not there forever. The OP responded, "Whoa, I never thought about it like this. How could I have a future with someone that would make me get rid of him if we were ever to progress? I don't think I want to be with someone who would make me choose, even though I would choose Crumb." And then this is the glow in the dark response to that. And Box, I feel you'll appreciate this. Good rule of thumb: if you're coming on Am I the Asshole within 2 months of dating, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Goddamn right. That's what I'm saying. You don't got enough skin in the game to be crying on Am I the Asshole about this.
Oh my God, no, this person is not an asshole. That dude is an asshole, and I hope he never finds a partner. Fuck that guy. Ugh. I don't want to.
That's harsh.
I know, you're right, and I was rescinding it. I was in the midst of rescinding it. Chill out.
I'm not looking down on you for it. I'm just trying to play it up for the listeners.
But I ain't.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, fuck that dude. Straight up and down. It's a beautiful cat.
Yeah, we all agree, not the asshole?
Yeah.
Oh.
She could have handled it better, but I don't think she's an asshole.
I don't think she's an asshole, but I don't like cats. I don't like cats. I don't like that. So.
It's cool. You ain't gotta like cats.
You ain't gotta like cats, but you gotta respect other people's like of cats.
No, I'm just allergic to cats. I think cats are lovely.
My cats
to look at.
have always treated you very well.
Yes, that is very true.
Oh shit! All right,
Smokey
even
loves
with
you. Rest in peace.
Yeah, even when T had cats, they would just come sit on my lap. I'm like, what would? I don't know. Maybe I was a cat person in the past. Past
you got a vibe, and you use all them various natural scents and shit, man. Everybody just like, this nigga smell like catnip. I'm gonna kill with him.
It might have been catnip.
All right, raunchy comebacks and wow, the Netflix one is just this person was trying to use their Netflix and they kept saying multiple people was using it, and he's like, but I have a multi-person account, so it shouldn't work. But it turns out that the motherfucker was just like sharing a Netflix with everybody.
Oh, no, not the asshole then.
And so they just had to change the password and boot everybody out. So no, of course not the asshole.
It's like walking in like William H. Macy and Boogie Nights.
That's something that would piss me off. If I did someone a solid by giving them a login to something, and then they go and spread that shit around to me, that's fucking disrespectful, and that's breaking my trust.
Oh, motherfucker. I had to, that's why I had to wrangle in my Netflix situation because it had been shared a little too far and too wide. And then I found out motherfuckers in Russia watching my Netflix.
Man.
So I had to go through and really make some changes in my shit. It was like, what the fuck is going on? How is somebody in Brazil watching my shit?
Oh man, somebody in Brazil watched your stuff too?
Yes. Again, it was Brazil. It was Russia.
Yeah, somebody in Brazil
for a minute
got into my Spotify one time.
Yeah, and for a minute I was getting Turkish Netflix emails, but not to my actual email that Netflix is attached to account. So I was like, who the fuck used this email to sign up for Netflix in Turkey? Feel me? Somebody used my email as a login or whatever to Turkish Netflix. It's crazy. Anyway, am I the asshole for giving some raunchy comebacks after my aunt asked me about my sexuality during a family gathering? Sorry, I'm new on Reddit and still making a lot of mistakes formatting and had my previous posts rejected by the admins. This happened recently and it has been bothering me for a while. So my girlfriend, who is a Redditor, suggested I post it here. I don't think I'm in the wrong here, but I might be wrong. I have a nosy aunt who wants nothing in the world but to constantly berate me for not being married or having kids. I've dreaded going home to spend Christmas with my family for years, thanks to her. I have a girlfriend, mind you, but we both want nothing to do with kids. We despise them. She would ask me questions regarding my being unmarried and child-free over dinner and throw some backhanded comment in the most passive-aggressive way that I could not confront her that I could not confront her openly. One time, I'd had enough of her bullshit during a New Year's lunch with the family. She went like, "Are you sure you're not gay?" Deliberately choosing to ignore my girlfriend, who was also there. Jesus Christ. I was stunned. The whole table went silent for a while. My girlfriend could see I was about to explode, so she squeezed my hand on the table. Thank God for her. Instead, I calmly said, "No, why? You want to watch us fuck or something?" Jeez, Aunt M. Don't you know, I didn't know you were such a pervert. She replied, red face from embarrassment. "No, because you're not married. That's why I'm asking." I went, if being married and having kids means I would end up being as nosy as you are about everything that doesn't concern you at all, geez, I'd rather suck cocks then.
Double down.
This sounds like shit that I would have said like 10, 15 years ago.
She left immediately and hasn't bothered me with her bullshit since. My parents think I overreacted. Fuck them. But some of my family members think my parents don't think I overreacted. Props to them. But some of my family members think I should have just let it slide or ignored her. Fuck them. Knowing how she is and not ruin the family lunch. Am I the asshole? That lunch was made all the better by her absence. Fuck that broad.
No, not the asshole.
Yeah, I learned over the years that even though you're family, I'm not gonna take a shit no more. And so it's like similar thing here. Like, if someone's got to be told, how it is, or that line's got to be drawn, then it is what it is. Do what you think is best.
It's an interesting comment from this. Has anyone ever noticed that for some reason the rules of polite society dictate that when an asshole says something bigoted, everyone else is supposed to stay quiet? Why don't the rules of polite society dictate that the asshole stay quiet? Why do we let the asshole speak and then tell everyone else to shut up so there won't be a scene? It's as if there is an unwritten rule saying every gathering is allowed to have one asshole, and he or she is allowed to say whatever they want, and no one else should push back because that would be rude. And that's true. Why the fuck do we do that as a society?
You know,
Don't stoop to their level and blah blah blah. But it's like sometimes you got to tell a bitch about being a bitch.
I had to go through this for years for some reason because I didn't bring girls around the family because it's none of their damn business until I met the right one, which was my current wife. So
Current wife, you got another wife?
No.
Raka.
Yeah, man, you gotta watch what you say. That terminology you sometimes can get you jammed up.
My wife.
Exactly.
Keep-
That's where you
keep
stop.
in mind,
Girlfriend,
like-
currently my wife is what I meant to say.
All right. I'm
My
with you.
ex-wife,
So it-
Rosie Perez.
So it's all. Here's the shit. The progression I noticed, and it kind of fucking annoys me. And it's just like the same family members that said to me, "When you gonna get a girlfriend?" And when I got the girlfriend, when you gonna get married? And then when I got married, when you gonna have kids? And now they're saying, "Wow, you got 4 kids. That's so many kids." Ha 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 ha. Fuck you.
I like to fuck, Aunt Jerry.
You asking me when I'm gonna have kids? Well, I had 4 of them.
Shit, my parents asked me a couple years ago if I was gay. Cause like I like my dating life has been few and far between over the years, and like I had never brought anybody home. So like my stepdad asked me a couple years ago. He's like, "Are you gay?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "All right, I was just asking."
I understand.
I hate that.
No, actually, I truly don't understand it. Kind of bullshit.
No.
It's like that's a Mr. Fantastic ass reach, man. It's like, bro, I'm just, I'm who I am. You know me, and plus they know you as a person, so they kind of know your vibes. Like,
Yeah, but maybe he was just like checking to see if like I was keeping it a secret or something. Like maybe I just was like, didn't want to say nothing. I don't know. Like I wasn't
Oh.
really
Say it
offended by
nicely?
the question.
it's-
It wasn't an attack or nothing. And he didn't like.
he didn't see he was
wasn't
coming off you in
shitty.
a fucked up way.
Yeah, I think he was like just genuinely like curious because like I haven't really done a lot of that shit. It's never
Yeah.
been a priority.
Yeah.
So like maybe he was just wondering if like it was never a priority because like I wasn't the norm, quote unquote.
Okay. All right. Fine. I got to stop being offended on other people's behalves and worrying about Gabriel and horses.
I don't care for that. And like, if you were, that's a fucked up way to make someone come out to you.
True.
We're gonna coin the phrase "saving horses" as a terminology for like sticking your nose into something you shouldn't.
Don't go saving horses. Please take to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
It won't be the first or last time we have coined terms of phrase for the show. But here, welcome you, the listener, to it.
It's the new "Fly My Cat."
For sure. And if you know, you know.
Yep.
There you go. That was some am I the asshole?
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I can pull one more. Which one you want? The kid with the chips on him? Wants his would rather have his ex-wife as a daughter than him as a son? Or
I like that one. Or what
might
else
be
we
your
got?
best friend, but you not his.
I like that one too.
Maybe some of these have to carry over till next week.
So I'll throw them in the folder, but I never actually go back and get them. Don't worry about it, man. We gave him plenty of show this week. We'll give him a little less show this week. It all balances itself out. You know how we get down. I try to each week I try to yammer on a little bit about what we're doing in the realm of video gamery and entertainment, otherwise, and so forth. So I finally started Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and it is it's super, super, super pretty. Like it's weird when I see games that the like games that's really just showing out now. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's like goddamn, man, I could. This is pretty. So, but it's super fun, and I'm like 60% of the way done with it. But also, I decided I would like to try at least one more time to get through Horizon Zero Dawn. I own that game. Everybody in my mind has always spoke well of it. It reviewed well. It came out like maybe a week apart from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is, in my opinion, a perfect video game. But they had very similar kind of vibes, open world, you know, saying climbing shit and so forth and so on. And one stuck and one didn't. But like I said, I've tried on multiple occasions to get this game to get its teeth in me. And I put a lot of time in it. But I can, at some point I always get to a point I'm like, I've had enough. So right now, I got that bit set to easy. I'm just going to try to get through it, get through the story, and see if maybe the story that everybody swears is so good is what carries me through that fucking game. But I don't fucking know, man. I can't call it. Windjammers 2 just came out on Game Pass today. There's a bunch of shit came on Game Pass today, including all three Hitman games, and the most recent Hitman games, the Assassination Trilogy is what they call them, and now and they just announced their year 2 plans for that game. So I'm telling you right now, you should be playing Hitman because that shit is great, just a fantastic series. So the Hitman that started in 2016, yeah, and like I said, it's free on Game Pass right now, or excuse me, it comes with their Game Pass subscription. I would tell you to get in on that, and that dropped today. Oh shit! I guess we should talk about fucking Microsoft buying Activision. Activision, the makers of Call of Duty, the world's largest game franchise. Microsoft, you know, one of the biggest companies on the planet, their game division, Xbox, announced earlier this week that they are going to buy the Activision, makers of the world's largest game, Call of Duty, and for $67.8 billion. And people is wilding. Sony Ponies is like, they gonna take Call of Duty from the PlayStation, which is probably not gonna happen. But Xbox dudes like, yeah, we did this. And I'm like, I mean, bro, it's video games, relax. They're not your team, and you don't, unless you own some stock in either of those companies, which I hope not, because they both fell dramatically this week on that news, although the stock market as a whole has been down this week, including my company, which fell like $7 in one day. And I was like, come on, bro.
And $10 the week before that, we were down like $17.
Yeah, bro.
Keep falling. It's like I told Anthony the other day, like, we ain't gonna be retiring for a couple decades. Yeah. Let that shit get low, so when we go to buy it, it's cheaper. Yeah. I want it to be high when I retire, not when I'm 36.
But that's just wild to me, so I can't call it. But Ant-Man, you been working on GTA or anything? You been playing anything?
I've been playing a little GTA, but also the boys have been playing. We got a Switch for Christmas, so they've been playing Lego Marvel and Lego Jurassic Park.
Nice.
Which, you know, they had a fight about that the other night, which is pretty funny. Like, they were right at the beginning, not doing anything, and one player has a dart gun, the other player has like electric prod, and they discovered that they can shoot each other and shock each other. So they were like, you know, once they discovered that, they kept on doing that and getting mad at each other about that, and they didn't get anywhere. But one thing I got today is I got the 25th anniversary of Requiem for a Dream.
Nice.
It's some kind of anniversary, but it's a steel book, and I know this is on T's list of movies that he'll never watch again.
Correct. Whew, that movie.
Mine too.
Yeah, it's only a couple on that list. It's a very brief list, but it's one of the ones where I'm like, I can't do this to myself.
Ass to ass.
That shit. Anyway. Damn, man, you been on it all? You been playing it all? Or you just been like?
I did play Call of Duty one night the other day, Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, Tuesday. I played Call of Duty for a couple hours. Got my first win in Caldera.
Okay. Nice. Have they fixed it? You were saying last time we spoke about that it is runs poorly.
Oh yeah, the graphics actually were loading the other night. So like I had like actual terrain to go through.
Oh shit. Well, I'm glad you're out there popping shots in the what's it Caldera? No more Verdansk. Oh my god.
I
Gabe,
do miss Verdansk though. I'm gonna say.
Do they still got a gulag in Caldera? What do they do?
Yeah, it's basically like a hut. Like you start on opposite sides of the hut, and the hut has like 4 doors on it, and in the middle there's like a box, and then outside it's like 2 red train cars on the opposite sides. So like you can run around, try and shoot each other. So yeah, there's a gulag.
Fair enough. I mean, what do they call it? They call it a gulag, or they call it something? I don't know. Made up another word.
Yeah, they call it the gulag.
Interesting. I don't know if I'd call it that if you're not in a Russian situation, but what?
I figured like they maybe would have went with like concentration camp, but that maybe would have been a little too deep.
Nope. Gabe,
What did the Americans call it when they imprisoned the Japanese in World War II?
Internment
camps.
Internment camp. That's what they should have called it. The internment camps.
Go with that. Gabe, have you played a single game in this MRV?
I don't think since we left Ohio, I haven't.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think you've been. You're on the road. It's busy times, but also it's just like sitting down, trying to set up and so forth. It's probably super involved.
He's been super busy wrangling horses and floating down rivers.
That was a.
That's gonna be my show art. That was the spring.
That was a spring.
Yeah, that is that the one that your wife had stuff up on her IG yesterday? Is that the same spring?
Yeah. It's supposed to be healing. My mosquito bites look better.
Good.
Sort of.
Do y'all like bug spray down before y'all head out now, especially down there?
Not enough, I guess. We do usually.
Yeah. Well. That's what's going on. I don't think, have I watched anything? I was watching Mythic Quest on Apple TV. That's a pretty good show. I might tell you how to give Mythic Quest a viewing if you have Apple TV. I'm all caught up on. No, I'm not now. I'm actually now an episode behind on both on Grand Crew and Abbott Elementary. But and I did watch all of Abbott Elementary, and it's really, really, really good.
Yeah, I like this show a lot.
Yeah,
I've been trying to post on Instagram, some little tidbits to get some interaction with our followers and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's mostly just us.
But what I have seen though is if anything else, you've got multiple new follows on the show's IG. So.
Oh well, I'll keep working at it.
Yeah. So put some perspective. If you want to be the social media manager, bro, I can definitely hand you them keys.
I do not want to be the social media manager. I am it should be more than one key that turns the atom bomb.
Oh shit! It takes more than one of us to run this shit, but you know what it is. That's it, bro. Just we oh, you know what? That is not quiet.
April put a tweet a few minutes ago.
Literally what I was about to read out loud. So please rate, review, subscribe, share the show wherever possible. That means, on Apple Podcasts and of course on Spotify. I'd really appreciate if you had, especially that Spotify. Look at Apple Podcasts. Come on, man. At this point, we are what we are, and we ain't gonna get no burn over there. But Spotify, that's new, and really, it's unlike Apple Podcasts, which requires you to basically go and write something. But you can just go give us 5 stars over there, cool. But you know what I'm saying, to actually make the needle move, you got to go write something. But Spotify makes it breezy. All you got to do is go click on it and say 5 motherfucking stars and keep it moving. Do that for your boy, okay? I'm saying, look out for us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I gotta go, and I figure we just start doing this as a unit. I want a simple 100 followers on the YouTube channel. and we'll start. Well, of course, we'll start at 50 and we'll work away from there. And I want to just I want to get a little focus on making sure we get people more attached to our social media accounts, and basically, I need you, our listeners, to get your friends to follow us on various social media, and I need y'all, my fellow show workers, to get y'all friends to follow our social media accounts. It's because they should be. It's kind of horseshit that they're not.
But they're not.
And so let's just start working on. I want to start working that magic. So you know what I'm saying. And as we move along and get further into it, then to further that goal, we'll probably start offering up incentives. But for right now, we just this is a general me asking you to do me a solid. So go subscribe to that YouTube channel. It's called Stage Crunchy. Subscribe to our Twitch channel. It's called Stage Crunchy and Milk. And our Twitter is @SKimpod, SKimpod. For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stagecrunchymilk.com. You get that at the beginning of the show every time, and I'll give you here at the end. If you want to support the show financially and have a few bucks tossed our way, then you can join us over on Patreon. We're members at the $5 and above tier. Get extra content each month and early access to new shows. I need to post y'all some shit for January. Haven't done it yet. Why? It's been a whole lot of January. But I get you, and I'll get you sooner than later. We also have merch available over on tpublic.com/user/stagecrunchy milk. All one word. We made a whopping $2 on TeePublic in the month of December.
Yeah.
So, but that is that, and I'm dope, and that's cool. Hey, feel free to give us a call, 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd certainly love to hear from you, and hear from you we did in the form of the best listener, the homie April, who, Gabe, I feel like you're kind of circling in that general area. What if y'all could link up, just give each other a pound?
Oh, she in the
I believe so.
I don't know what's the FLA. I don't know what to call Florida.
I have to say, the logo really pops on Spotify.
I know. But from April, on Twitter, another great episode. I love Gabe and his wife's experiences on their trips. Lunch was in his bag, and Tatum was entertaining as usual, and the story of the man that died with his girlfriend, the boyfriend, the lover, and the former lover was a lot. So that's what's up. Hey, Boxes gave us 5 stars. Thanks, man.
It tells you who does it?
No, you just showed me your phone. I know you did it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had some sort of creator controls or something.
Oh my God, that'd be sweet, man. He's like, this motherfucker did it. Go holler at him. But that's it. That was dope. Was it not?
It was.
Thank you. I'm saying that's my man Tatum 216.
Yeah.
That's Lunchbox 2099.
No horses over here.
That's the real ODP.
Well, I mean, there's no horses over here either. We didn't catch them. We just kept on going.
Ain't no horses over here either, motherfucker. He said that was oomph. Say it with your chest, man.
We didn't catch
Ain't no
them.
horses over here.
When you play Goodbye Horses, what platform did you use?
YouTube Music.
Man,
Okay.
they would have came right
Thank
to
you,
you
Taro.
if you had some sugar cubes.
Should have thought of that.
Okay. For real. Who got sugar cubes in their house right now?
No, I don't.
No, you
I
do?
don't.
Okay, so just me. Okay, fair enough. The Sugar Cube Master and the Internet's K-Rail 713. You've just been podcasting, and I know you loved it. Peace.
Good night, or morning, or afternoon.
Whatever.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.